So it's being done. It's just not being done here. There's no reason why we can't do this. This is America. There's no reason why the future of travel should lie somewhere else, beyond our borders.
The council also approved a resolution to send 4 of its members to D.C. to meet with the Federal Transit Administration. One of the questions to be asked, is it too late for Honolulu to change technology for its mass transit system?
In all of the discussions with FTA officials in D.C. that I've had, and I've had many, I have every reason to believe from what I've heard thus far that no, we cannot change technologies.
Council Chairman Ernie Martin is among 4 members headed to the Beltway this weekend to meet with the FTA.
At this particular juncture, although we'll ask the question again, I don't think we're going to hear anything different than we've heard in the past, that at this stage of the project we cannot change the technology.
Mayor Kirk Caldwell has heard the same thing, which means using something else other than steel wheels on steel rail would force a do-over.
We'd have to do a new EIS, we'd have to do a draft, we'd have to do a final, we'd have to get the federal government to agree. There are so many things we'd have to do. It would delay the project and drive up costs.
With the rail project already projected at more than $900 million over budget, council members will ask if any aspects of the system can be changed.
We need to discuss with the FTA what exactly is available to the county as an option. Perhaps deferring some of the stations. I think everything has to be put on the table.
Andrew Pereira, KITV.
And finally, Beijing plans to introduce Chinese-made Maglev trains to ease urban traffic congestion. Municipal authorities confirmed the plan Thursday and said the goal is to cut commuting time within the city's 5th Ring Road to 1 hour by 2015. Maglev trains can reach a speed of up to 500 kilometers an hour, but trains in Beijing will travel at 80 to 100 kilometers an hour for passenger safety. The committee says Maglevs are a big improvement over subways and light rail.
Is there anyone else wishing to testify on Resolution 11-328? Seeing no one, members, we are in discussion. Councilmember Berg.
There was a symposium in South Korea whereby right now there's 5 countries doing maglev, which is magnetic levitation. It's quiet. Urban maglev was not on the docket in the mix when the alternative analysis came about. Urban maglev built by Americans, American technology. In this packet from the symposium in South Korea, you'll see there's federal monies. There'd be no delay, absolutely none. HART already has the authority to do maglev and monorail. Already has the authority. Federal dollars will still come in on time in September 2012. This doesn't delay anything. What this does is put on the footprint a smaller footprint, less of a blight. Lesser in weight, less concrete usage, smaller stations, smaller pillars, less intrusion on the EV. It's endless. This maglev makes no noise. And the steel wheel on steel rail is going to plow through Waipahu next to 2 schools, Waipahu Intermediate, Waipahu High School. They don't have air conditioning. My concern is it's a stone's throw away. We're going to keep dumping dollars to mitigate noise with steel on steel. Just Google steel on steel. No municipality in the United States has built heavy rail in the last 30 years in our country for a reason. It's archaic, obsolete technology that belongs in the Smithsonian. I got 4 more minutes, I believe. I think I have 5 minutes, right? Do I have 5 minutes on a subject matter to comment? Do I have 5?
If you need 5 minutes, go ahead.
Okay. This is a Hail Mary, members. It's a Hail Mary to take what Councilman Cachola did with sludge. And I supported him on it. I actually voted no to shipping the sludge, okay? Because he said there's new technology. And I said, well, the decision was made in 2003. Let's move forward. You're going to delay things and force sludge in my district.
What?
So with that said, we got shipping the sludge and Honolulu going on, okay? Maybe coming to Waianae's treatment plant. All because this council said, let's review new technologies around the world so we can save taxpayers' monies and we can do sludge right. That's all this does. It mirrors the same premise, the same precedents set by this council to say things have changed. Maglev is about half the price of steel wheel, and I really think that we owe it to Honolulu to put something on our landscape that can make sharp turns, go up and down the hills to UH Manoa, possibly go to Mililani, do spurs into the Waianae Coast, all for the same price of this $9 billion rail, 30-year tax to go to the 34-mile segment. When the vote came up, do you want steel wheels on steel rail? When the vote came up, imagine if on the ballot it said, do you want Maglev? I'm sure we'd probably have the same results. If the vote said, do you want monorail? We'd probably still have the same results. The fact it said steel wheel and steel rail and nothing else trapped us. It backed us into a corner. The reason Maglev, I don't think, advanced is there was no one here pitching it and selling it. Nobody's going to make a buck off it because it's the right thing to do for the taxpayer. This rail is not about traffic relief. We all know that. That's the bottom line. This is not to trump or usurp the voter. This does not delay the rail. It does not kill the rail. It's going to save taxpayers billions of dollars and a lot of earaches, as you heard in testimony. A lot of earaches. And I'm trying to be as professional and calm as I can here. But I'll tell you, when I see this symposium in South Korea that could have given us five bidders, what did we get? Canadian company, Italian company, and a Japanese company for steel wheel. We could have had 5 bidders on Maglev. More competition, better bang for our buck, and a much 21st century technology. So the Americans build this. They've had it in San Diego for 20 years as a pilot. Federal government gives funds for this, and it was disqualified because it was quote, proprietary. It is not proprietary. If it were proprietary, South Korea would be getting their technology from Japan. Germany would be getting their technology from Japan. China would be getting their technology from Japan. The United States would be getting their technology from Japan. That's not a truthful statement. That is a deception on the taxpayer that the only solution was steel wheel and steel rail. And I'm throwing a Hail Mary to you, council members. I'm hoping that we can heal this community instead of having a 53 to 47 split on this rail with the ballot on the last vote. Let's get an 80, 90, or 100% concurrence, and everybody rally around this rail. Let's do rail right. We have an opportunity because we haven't poured the cement yet. We haven't undertaken this. We haven't really broken ground, to my understanding, where we're building this thing. So we have a window of opportunity to take a chance and have maglev or monorail technology, whoosh, quiet, go through our community at a lesser price. It's worth the quality of life improvement, and most importantly, I'm a little bit...
Council member, I'm going to have to ask you to conclude.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap up with this. To say that this resolution wastes taxpayers' monies is an affront to me, an affront to Council District 1, who, as you see, many people came here and testified. We have a better way to do this, Chair. Members, we really do. And it won't be a waste of taxpayers' dollars. It will be a savings.
Thank you, Councilmember Berg. Members, any further discussion?
Now, all of you know this is not some fanciful pie-in-the-sky vision of the future. It is now. It is happening right now. It's been happening for decades. The problem is it's been happening elsewhere, not here.
Now, this is not sci-fi. These types of trains are in use around the world right now.
Yes. Gordon Danby and I invented them in 1966. And right after we published our papers, we had people come from Japan and Germany and all over the world, and they started their development programs, which are now operating in a number of countries.
Okay, now, no offense to you at all, Jim, but I mean, it's 43 years later. Why are we suddenly talking about why magnetically levitated trains might be a good idea? Well, where have we been? Why is America so far behind the rail curve?
Well,